Living World of Darkness. Welcome again. I suppose it's an evening. I suppose it could be a day. There's an explosion. It happened some time ago. A sorority building engulfed in flames when a meth lab decided to, well, go critical, go unstable, and explode in a big ball of fire. Sad times. And obviously police investigation and things like that investigated and found the death of several people involved in this destructive event. This explosion sort of travelled not only through sort of the air and shattered glass and through the bones and skin of people walking by and shocked people to the core when they found about it up on the news later on. This explosion also travelled into the realms of shadow as well. Fire had new meaning there, though. It's not burning hot, it's cold to the touch, and it's almost as if it's like a painting, a watercolour. And it's almost as if this building is in repeat. The building stands there, or the representation of the building in its dark realm. The building shatters and explodes in cold fire to only rewind back and then set itself back again. To then repeat, rinse, continue through all the people that were hurt and injured. It seems to have made a mark upon the Shadowlands. An explosion of some building, death of some people. And here it brings the attention of one of the Halakun, one of the wardens of the Darklands, to quote a famous movie. It's as if many people cried out suddenly and were suddenly silenced. But then again, I can't do that at Guinness. One specific Halaku is wishing to go and find out what happened and see what he can see about taking advantage of this situation. What is Daniel Zaba doing?
Daniel Zaba is currently floating above the site of the explosion, the site of the sorority building, looking down on it and observing the local landscape.
It is strange, but your understanding of the Shadowlands gives you some unique insight. There is no real explosion. There never was. It's all some bullshit that had happened, that was made, but that's stuck firmly in the psyche of people. Hence why the flames and fire looks like a watercolor and don't actually injure you. And how time seems to rewind and reset itself back again, as if the universe itself remembers, actually, somebody somewhere told a lie. But people think that, and thus it happens in this realm.
As he's going to start descending, he's going to start to look around for those that have fallen in this explosion, those that have died, those that have been tormented.
You feel it. That taste of torment. Not as extreme as a taste of a ghostly the wraith that fell towards the abyss down through the maelstrom and battered themselves against your prison, but a lesser kind of rage. It all feels all too familiar. Beware, there may be animals about. But there's more than that. Your perceptions and your powers hear a droning cry upon the wind in the Shadowlands, horn playing, and a marching of feet, far off and slowly approaching. Looks like a column, a platoon actually, 12 people, armed with what appears to be rifles from World War II, kitted out in a menagerie of armour and clothes, and they have a staff and a horn which seems to bear the emblem that you've come to know as the Landsrad. They seem to be making their way this direction, but they're far off yet.
Okay. He's going to land on the ground and perform the evocation to summon spirits. To summon the spirits that have died here in the area.
Okay. Make your roll, please.
Nope, that's a failure.
Understood. It's like the grasps of power fail you at this time, but you understand and can, well, you can evoke this power, this law, in just a moment as you regain your thoughts.
As he's going to speak in the old language of his old native station, the language of Enochian. He's saying that he's in the mic. That's a bit better.
Yes, I wish I could have recorded that and then played it back to front and see what you actually said in English. But if it's something along the lines of donkeys are aliens, I will be very upset. Anyway, your call echoes around the hallowed halls of the sorority building. It seems to bounce off and yet to have grasp upon the minds of the dead or recently so. However, some way away, somebody in the real world, sitting there poring upon books, imagining and coming to some ideas about the world, gets a flick on the ear. A flick and a whisper. Hey, listen. No, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Rose.
Yeah. Rose is probably working in her office. It is the place that she usually is, or that she spends her time lately, working on, well, keeping the Camarilla kind of together, or as far as she can. She's actually at this moment just staring over a few papers, not really looking at them, more pondering something that she woke up with, a feeling. Strange. She shakes her head. She feels the presence of her spirit mentor.
You can hear him speak, can't you?
I guess. If can I actually hear? My spirit mentor. Yeah, I can hear him speak. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
You feel the familiar whisper of your mentor in your ear after he exercised some small use of his power to flick it to try and get your attention. Rose, Rose, Rose. Something's wrong. Something weird.
Okay. Where?
Being pulled towards that building, the ones that they had the explosion, or as they said. Something's pulling me there. I don't know what it is. I can't. Just finding it difficult to resist.
Okay. Take care of yourself, and I'll see what I can find there. I'm not really familiar with what's going on there beyond the veil, but I'll see what I can do. And she'll quickly. She does take the time to remove all papers from her desk. She does not want anyone walking in on anything that might cause even the slightest breach of masquerade. She'll pull the cloak. She puts the cloak on, put the hood over her head, and covers her head up with the veil, and she'll spend a blood point and use obfuscate 3, which I would need to make a roll for. Manipulation performance, which I usually fail, by the way, so it's going to be interesting. Oh, no, of course. Oh, and I did need to roll my nightmares, actually. Fucking nightmares always. Let's first do that. I believe you did need to spend it, but yeah, whatever.
I think we're okay with
We're okay with the nightmares.
that.
Yes. And by the looks of it, yes. Okay. So, she changes slightly in appearance, not still having rather big, dark eyes, but at least they appear way more human than her normal alien-looking eyes are. Her hair is now platinum blonde instead of white, and she just looks very pale. She kind of has this image of a porcelain doll, still very tall and slender, but not as alien-like anymore. But she still makes sure that she covers herself up properly with the hood and the veil and everything before she heads out and just walks up towards the sorority building and keeps her ears and basically all her senses focused on her spirit mentor and anything weird that she might pick up.
Oh, you definitely feel a chill to your blood and your bones. Something is definitely not right about this place. And you feel a wisp of air pass your ear, and you can hear your mentor's voice in your head. I'm being pulled. And then we'll cut our scene across to the Halaku.
Having used the lore spirits to summon spirits, some of the wraiths here now have turned up? Question mark.
You can hear two things. One has turned up, a man. He looks quite perturbed and quite bit uncomfortable by the fact that he's been summoned, but he's still come based on your powers. But in the distance, you do hear screeching, like angry cats coming from the inside this exploding and then rewinding building itself.
That's a spectre for the Soul Forge.
Cough.
Daniel's gonna look at the man and ask, and he's gonna greet him, say hello.
He looks at you straight. You're in your low torment form as well, aren't you?
Yes. So the cloak of shadows, the armor. I can have a picture pull up if you need a visual help.
I've seen your picture before, but for the benefit of the audience, I'm sure they'll love it. However, his actions are, he feels compelled to bow deeply. The strength of his power, he says, "My lord." That's cool.
I require help. A foothold here. You have answered, have you not?
I serve, my lord.
Who?
I'm sorry, my lord, what?
Who do you serve?
I serve you, my lord. Seems almost like he's trying to resist this.
I'm gonna roll perception empathy on that one, if you don't mind.
Yes, you may.
No. What's with the low dice rolls today? Saskia, I've gotten your dice rolls and you've got mine.
Yeah. I suppose the conclusion you can come, since you don't see, you can see that he doesn't seem to be too happy about the fact he's saying that, but the only thing that you can come up with is that, hey, I'm forcing him, I'm compelling him using my power. No, not of his own volition, so maybe he's resisting, but he can't. My lord, command me.
I wish you to round up wraiths in this area, those that have died here. I wish you to follow me.
I will try my best, my lord. He descends into the exploding and rewinding building, and you hear screeching. And the screeching... Go ahead.
I'm actually... Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my Lore of Light, level 2.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. What this does is I am bending the light around me so that I do not reflect light in other people's eyes. AKA, people would be at a +3 difficulty to try and spot me.
I understand. You're disguising yourself with illusion and shadow.
Yes. And he's going to stand in the shadows and try and, from a distance, follow this individual, because he wants to see what is going on, to scratching.
There is screams and shouts when, after mere moments after the wraith that you summoned enters that place. And the screams and shouts emanate on the wind in the real world as well. The sound of screaming seems to bleed over to those of whom who are born of the night or have supernatural powers or perceptions, can hear a faint screaming on the air.
You want me to make an awareness roll for that to see if I can...
The awareness roll would give you more insight into it, but you will have heard it.
Okay. I will make that awareness roll because I am at -2 difficulty on that, I believe.
Okay.
If I have my merits correctly. Your difficulty is reduced by 2 for all awareness rolls involving the spirit of the dead.
Make your roll, please.
That will be perception awareness, I take it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Here it goes. Come on, my stream. Yeah. Oh, wow. Why? Well, it's still 2 successes, though.
Max appeared to have cursed you there, I think.
Yeah, it's like, no.
The ice gods are fickle creatures.
It's still 2 successes.
You hear high-pitched screams which sound quite feminine, but they're definitely blood-curdling, and they definitely don't belong to this world. And they're coming from the sorority building that you're heading towards now. You know, the one that apparently caught fire and exploded, but the fire was contained. Question marks, speech marks. I seem to have lost my connection.
No, I can still hear you.
Oh, Rose business. Oh, okay. That must be...
The epic Saskia stare is frozen.
I feel kind of intimidated, actually.
It's like you came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'd rather look at your picture than her, to be honest. You know, in my particular issue, I feel sort of... Hey,
Hi. Oh,
Yeah.
my good. Sorry, my computer overheated. I'm on my phone now. I will jump back to my computer soon.
Don't you worry about it.
we're just discussing your scary stare.
My scary what?
Your scary stare. You're locked in a stare formation.
Oh wow. Okay. That must be the scare. That must be the look of frustration.
It's
I
like,
think
hey, you came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
Oh wow.
I feel slightly intimidated actually, or
Okay.
aroused. One or two. Okay, well, back onto plot then. So there's a scream. There's a scream that happens. It's blood curdling, feminine, and it sounds like it's from the sorority building that apparently burnt in the fire and was not, or whatever happened that you found out. Something definitely is going on there.
Mhm.
And giving the last blow of sort of wind, that was your mentor. It seemed that your mentor's flying off in that direction.
Okay. I'll I'll keep following him. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep following.
I got you.
There's not really much I can do, but I want to be able to help, so I would follow into the building. If I would actually have to go into the building, because I know it's closed off, I would activate Obfuscate 2, activate Shadow Play, spend a blood point for the shadows.
Yeah, it looks like it's from inside, so you're going to have to be doing that.
Okay.
And whilst you're sorting that out, we'll flip back to our the realms of shadow. Your wraithly vassal comes out of the building, somewhat haggard. His clothing is a bit disheveled, and he looks like he's got for good measure, he's received some nasty claw marks across his ghostly fleshed chest. His face is a bit bloodied and a bit ostracized, cut. And he looks across towards the one who commanded him. My lord, there are things in there that I cannot fight them. They are too strong.
Understood. I will have a look myself.
As
As
you
he's,
enter,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
As I was just thinking, would hiding this place, this entire place, fall in the Lore of Light level 2 or 3? I think it falls in the Lore of Light level 3.
Hiding this place?
Yeah, like, because I would like to bend the light around a larger area than just myself, if possible.
Okay, so you're going to be doing this in the Shadowlands, yeah? So you'll be
Yeah.
hiding this on the Shadowlands?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that judgment. So, do you want to make a roll, please?
Okay. Stamina plus science. Boom. No. Wow. No successes.
The screams continue, feminine and angry. Now, Saskia,
Yeah.
you are able to, with the powers at your disposal, break into and breach the building's doors, barred and closed. And you definitely feel something is amiss in this place. You can hear the scream again. It seems to be coming down from downstairs in the sort of basement area.
Mhm. Um. Can I tell if these screams are from another place, or could they actually be screams?
Whatever's whatever's making these screams does not sound well. It sounds like a human being that is on the end of experiencing such pain that you've never experienced before, or it's some creature that is a call of bloodlust to some creature you can't tell, but it definitely sends chills down your spine.
Okay. I am going to call out to Dr. Softly
Yeah.
because I want him to